Each year, the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids recognizes one youth advocate who truly stands out, who shows commitment, compassion, creativity, and even courage. This year is no exception. Let's learn about our 2012 National Youth Advocate of the Year.
I'm Gabe Glissmeyer, and I'm from South Jordan, Utah. What inspired me to get involved with tobacco prevention was having my life affected by tobacco without me ever having to pick up a cigarette. My sister started smoking at a young age, and then that addiction led to an addiction to heroin. So I kind of just saw how her life fell apart, and I kind of wanted to get back at the people who took her childhood away and my childhood away too. When I went to my first Pride Festival, it kind of came into question if I was really part of the community because I didn't smoke.
Smoking should never define who you are. Don't ever let it.
I've been involved with One Good Reason for 4 years now. We promote a tobacco-free lifestyle with our clothing line and basically just make it cool not to smoke. This year's kind of been my first year working with the legislator, and I got one ordinance passed and then one bill made into a law. The law that just passed was to amend the Utah Indoor Clean Air Act to include electronic cigarettes and hookahs. It's just great policy for the state of Utah.
I feel Gabe definitely deserved this award because he's not just an activist taking on assignments, he's creating new ideas.
I made my weaknesses into my greatest strengths, and I think that's what lots of kids and youth need right now. I'm Gabe Glissmeyer, and I'm from South Jordan, Utah.
Please join me in congratulating Gabe Glissmeyer, our 2012 National Youth Advocate of the Year.
Good evening, and thank you for allowing me to speak to you all tonight. On behalf of myself and the other youth here, I would love to extend our gratitude to the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids for giving us this amazing opportunity and for everyone who has helped us get here. I would just like to tell you a little about myself. I had to see a speech pathologist for the first few years of elementary school. First got bullied because of my race and called my first racial slurs in 2nd grade. Got gay bashed for the first and last time in 8th grade. Lost all of my friends after coming out, and switched schools because the bullying got that bad. I never would have thought that the person I just described would be standing here being recognized as an activist. All I needed was someone who could see my potential, and I couldn't see it. So I have to thank the few people that gave me hope. Because of you, I am able to empower others with my story and give them hope. I never had to smoke to have tobacco manage to slip itself into my life. I considered my older sister to be my best friend. She was always there for me, and I was always there for her. She started smoking at a young age, then went to heroin, and just like that, our trusting friendship went up in smoke. I fight to remember a childhood filled with laughter and carefree days, and not coming second to highs or fearing that she was dead every time the phone rang. I was so young, how could I possibly know what to do? Tobacco prevention came into my life when I needed it most. I began going to tobacco advocacy events and soon decided that this was something I wanted to be a part of. That was a huge step for me. Fitting in isn't easy when you are so good at standing out, but through tobacco prevention, I have been able to do both. If you look up the word scum in the dictionary, you will see words like dirty, low moral standard, trash, bad, and worthless. I heard about Project Scum my first year doing tobacco prevention. Project Scum stands for Subcultural Urban Marketing. That's what a company called its plan to market cigarettes to gay people and homeless people. At first, I was skeptical that it even worked, but then at my first gay pride festival, I experienced it firsthand. A group of LGBT youth approached me and asked, "If you are in this community, why don't you smoke?" That was the moment that I knew Project Scum was sadly successful. Never let anyone tell you that you aren't a man because you don't chew spit, that you aren't a woman because you don't smoke light cigarettes, or that you aren't gay, lesbian, bisexual, or transgender because you just don't smoke. Tobacco should never define who someone is or isn't. These experiences have been the fuel lighting my passion for tobacco prevention, which I have been doing for 4 years now. I have served on the Youth Leadership Board of One Good Reason, Utah's Youth Tobacco Prevention Program, for 3 years, and in my 4th year, I was voted into the presidency by my peers. Just last year, I helped create a tobacco cessation and prevention program specifically for the LGBT community called Out of the Smoke. Through these groups, I am able to do what I love doing, working with people and saving lives. Even though my sister is clean, I am still fighting for the voices that have been oppressed and shut out by big tobacco for so long. Margaret Mead once said, "To never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." So to all of the people who have been robbed by something by big tobacco, I ask you, who if not us, when if not now, and where if not here? We have the power within ourselves to win the fight against tobacco. The most powerful weapons that you possess are your story, your experiences, and your voice. Big tobacco can't take those away from you. We have been afraid for too long, and now we need to make big tobacco fear us. No longer will we stand by as they take our loved ones, view us as statistics, take away our rights, call us scum, and continue to demand our money. For too long, they have shut their ears and turned their eyes away from the truth. Now it is time that we demand their full attention. I feel so honored being able to work with the amazing and passionate youth here tonight. You've each done something great. Sometimes it's not easy, but you're fighting the good fight. Be proud of who you are and what you have accomplished, and know that your work is changing the world. I would like to thank the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids once again, my wonderful advisors, Andrea Kofed and Brita Bry, all the people involved in One Good Reason, Project 1200, and Out of the Smoke, Aaron Whitmore for getting me involved, my parents for coming out tonight, and my grandmother, Helen, who is watching from heaven, and to all of the kids who have been told that they were less than, it gets better, I promise. Remember to never doubt, but to always give hope. Thank you.